talk a little bit about bad days. And everyone has bad days. I have them, and I had one quite recently. I haven't had one in a long time, and I want to just reflect on what a bad day means to me. Now, a bad day is not a bad mood day where I'm a little moody or I'm a little cranky or whatever else, because that's normal. That's just, we're all human. We do have bad emotional days where we're a little bit frustrated by things or agitated by things, and that's just the human condition. That's what it means to be human. But a bad day for me is when I start to feel quite depressed. And I mean, I have suffered depression in the past. It's not something that bothers me anymore because I look after myself so well. But it still happens from time to time. And that's a fact for me, is that I am predisposed to it. And that's the thing of anyone who is predisposed to depression, that they have to look after themselves, and they have to accept that they will have the odd bad day. Now, for me, what triggered my bad day was a couple of different things. I had a conversation with somebody, and it triggered off a lot of memories, a lot of very unhelpful memories from my past that were very difficult. And it was specifically how that person spoke to me and what they were asking of me. It brought memories of somebody else having very unreasonable expectations of me, and that triggered a train of thought. Coupled with that was a situation when, again, somebody said something to me. It was another completely different situation. They said something to me, and it was a little bit snappy. I didn't appreciate it, and we were both kind of on edge. And as a result of that, coupled with food, I didn't eat particularly well that day. I'm super strict on my food now. I have to be, and a bit of sugar slipped in, and I didn't choose to eat it. It just kind of slipped in, and I noticed I react badly to sugar. I'm not doing a video about demonizing sugar, whether it's good or whether it's bad. I'm not interested in that. There's other nutritionists who you can talk to about that topic. But from a mental health perspective and from a brain perspective, there is studies suggesting that it does cause inflammation in the brain. And I notice within me that when I eat sugar, I do react badly sometimes. My mind runs away with itself. I get very lethargic, very tired. Another thing for me was that I got a bad sleep the day before as well. And it's a spectrum of different things. It's never just one thing. It's always a collection of different things. And for me, then I know, okay, I'm having a bad day and I need to do something about it. And generally, what happens with me, if I have plans that evening, I'll cancel them, because I know that I need to give myself this space to just have a bad day, and I make that evening as easy as possible. I make sure I eat well. This particular day went off, I got a salad and I got steak. I got a really lean steak because I want to make sure I got plenty of iron, plenty of zinc, plenty of B12. I'll make sure I take my fish oil supplement, and I rest and I relax. And the biggest thing for me is that I try and not feed into the analysis paralysis mode, and that happens as well. People, they feel bad and the mind starts racing as to why am I feeling this way, what has happened, and they try to understand it while they're in it, and you're not really in the headspace to fix anything. Your headspace should be focused on the basics and just mind yourself. I take all pressure off all the different projects I'm working on now. Boom, I can them. I go for a walk just to get a bit of sunlight, just to get some fresh air, and I just watch TV. I watch crap TV. It doesn't have to be anything important, just something that relaxes me. I'll probably try one to film because I don't watch the news. I will try and limit negative medium. That's a big one. And that's it. And then I just mind myself. And then the day after, that's when I do the analysis piece. That's where I try to understand what brought me to this place. But I have found that the biggest thing that helps me is that I accept one thing. Number one, okay, I'm having a bad day, and that's okay. And number two, I know I'll be fine, because everyone has bad days. I've had bad days for months and weeks and whatever else, and I got through them. In the same way that the next time I have a bad day, I know I'll get through it because I've been here before. And this is the thing about it, that bad days don't necessarily go away, but you become so familiar with them. That's not a problem. You just go into a default mode of thinking where, okay, I've got to mind myself, I've got to look after myself, might talk to my partner, might just get an early night tonight, and then you get up the next day and you regroup and you replan, and you keep chipping away at your health and your life and your careers and your projects and your goals and all the other things in life that you want to do. You keep trucking forward because that's all you can do. But it's important to understand what happened in that moment that brought you up to this place, after the fact, not during the fact. And you analyse and you make sure you don't do it again. You do your best to not let it happen again. It probably will happen again, because that's life, and life is full of challenges. But you just, as long as you keep that awareness up, keep realising what's happening, where you are, and know that you will always move past it. It's not a big problem, and you just have a bad day, and then the next day, you allow the next day to be a good day. And that's a big thing. You have to be open for good days as well. You can't hold on to the bad day forever. you reflect on it, why it was a bad day, what brought you to that place, and then you move on, and that's it. That's how I deal with bad days. Feel free to email me. I'd love to know how other people deal with their bad days, because it's important to talk about these things and share them, because I could learn something from you, and I guarantee other people watching these videos will learn from you. So feel free to comment on the Facebook page, on the LinkedIn page, or on this video on YouTube. Just tell me how you deal with bad days, and I'd love to know what your story, and I'd love to know how you get through it, because I might learn something as well. That's it, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.